I saw a lot of this question from the Xfinity race. Should Austin Hill be suspended?
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
I know, me too. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should be finding out within the next day or two,
Yeah.
right?
You have to.
Oh man,
I mean, how do you not?
I don't know.
Like,
I can't. I don't know. I wonder if. So I wonder if NASCAR is going to.
we're live, by the way.
Oh, I know.
He's going to send them an email, TJ.
Yeah. That's an inside joke for
Yeah.
earlier in the show.
Gotta listen.
I think if you right rear someone and all you get is a 5-lap penalty, that you kind of keep your mouth shut and you keep on going, right? You kind of go, all right, I'll take my 5 laps.
Right.
Darn,
You don't say what
That's
you
not
said.
what-
You don't say what
yeah.
you say.
No.
You don't say what he said. You got to feel lucky that the suspension wasn't much worse than that. But you also in that moment, right, when you're on the radio cussing NASCAR, you got to be thinking they're not done looking at this, right? And so
100%.
yeah, and you don't want to push them towards making that decision easier for them to give you steeper penalties.
Yeah, I don't think you want to poke the bear. I mean, the accident, that was a bad wreck.
It was bad.
It's pretty bad.
Bad.
So are you not going to answer it, Dale?
TJ, you answered. You said yes. he has
I don't
to
see
be
how you
suspended.
don't, because if this is the precedent we're racing with going forward, I don't want to see that.
Did they suspend Austin Cindric for the
There's
right hook?
see
They
that's
didn't.
They
all right.
gave him a 50-point penalty, and
Yeah.
I think they said because of speed.
Yeah.
Well, Indy's.
A 90-degree corner.
Yeah,
Listen to
it's a
me. Look,
dangerous place to do it. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'll chime in whenever you guys are done. All right. My frustration. So should he be suspended? Yes. I think anybody that right hooks anybody should be suspended. No question. The frustration is that they don't always do it, and they judge by speed or whatever. They shouldn't. They shouldn't judge by speed, because now you got drivers going, we're at a slow track. I'm gonna right hook the shit out of this guy. I'll be okay. We're at a fast track. Can't right hook him today. Next week, right hooking the shit out of the guy because it's a slow track or we're at a slow corner. That ain't the way it goes. That ain't the way we should look at it. So, I not to pick on Carson Hocevar, but he right hooks a guy at IRP on the front straightaway in a truck race last year, year before, whatever. Should have been a damn suspension. The Cindric with the Ty Dillon
At Coda. Yeah.
suspension.
You were okay with it not being a suspension.
I changed my mind.
I've lived through that.
So I feel like it's like I just don't like to think about things.
Just black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
One
you
plus-
do it, you're done.
1 + 1 is 2. We're done. And I don't like I don't think it's a great idea to get into the, well, it was this, it was that, it was slow, it was this track, it was this track. No, let's just say, man, right hooking is bad. It's against the code, And, now sometimes it's hard to tell, but this was an easy one.
And a reminder, if they do suspend him, he loses all playoff points.
That's true.
I thought you were going to.
My fear is that NASCAR won't suspend him because they will. Me and Steve Letarte had this conversation. So, a couple things. NASCAR makes this rule, right? We're going to, if you get suspended, you lose your playoff points. You're still eligible, but you don't take your playoff points and they're gone. They made that rule, I suppose, to deter people from doing things that would get them suspended. But here we are. Here's a situation where we all feel like this is a valid suspension. And my fear is that they're now going to be afraid to pull that lever because of what it does to his playoff points.
Yeah.
And Steve's, me and Steve were kind of laughing about that because we're like, man, this is kind of NASCAR. This, they make this rule, and then when somebody pushes them to that ledge, they get nervous about actually making the decision. And, because it's so detrimental to Austin Dillon's playoffs.
Austin Hill.
Or Austin Hill's playoffs. And so, I don't know. I just get a little nervous about how, I guess, and NASCAR could even go. So, all right, there was I can't remember the exact example, but a couple months ago, somebody right hooked somebody, or somebody did something intentional that everybody felt was intentional, felt it was clear cut, and they didn't react in the moment. And we waited till after the race to do something about it. And everybody, all the fan conversation around it was, why didn't you just do something then? It was clear and cut that there was a intentional thing done. Why didn't you just penalize them in the moment, in the race? And Elton Sawyer was like, well, we like to look at it. We don't want to, what if we penalize them and we learn later that it wasn't intentional?
Yeah.
We like to wait and see and get it all right. And we don't want to make a mistake. We had him on the show talking about it, or at least I was on the phone with him discussing this. And he's like, well, we don't want to, what if we make the mistake of penalizing somebody 5 laps and we learn that it wasn't intentional? Then we've done something we can't undo. And I'm like, oh man, I think you got to take the chance. I think you got to take that risk and that chance. And so here they go. They see something. They go 5 laps. So NASCAR has made the decision that they believe it was intentional, right? By choosing to penalize him 5 laps. So that's already decided. Will they get cold feet about a suspension? Because that's kind of been the precedent, right? Chase Elliott.
This is exactly the same as that.
Yep. That's the precedent that's
maybe
been
worse.
set. That's what they told me when I said the word what was it? Shit in Talladega.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got the phone call, man, we're going to penalize you. I said, man, I said that happy. The other guys that got, Salter got penalized a couple weeks ago. He said it because he was mad. I said it when I was happy. Well, the precedent has been set. So I like to say this even today because that's what they said to me. It pissed me off. I was like, well, the precedent has been set. So what will NASCAR get the cold feet and go, do we really want to take away his playoff points? Because this just compounding the penalty that we already gave him in the middle of the race. Can we get away with saying what we did to him in the race was enough? And they might. You don't know. But Austin's had a couple things, right? More than a couple. The deal with Cole Custer at Charlotte, this year at bowling through people at Martinsville. Mm-hmm. The thing that I would say is that he needs to kind of dial it back, because this guy he's trying to get into the Cup Series. I imagine, right? Like everyone else,
Of course.
trying to get up there, right?
I would say yes.
He's not doing himself any favors, creating this sort of narrative or reputation around how the decisions he makes on the racetrack is all I'm saying. So, that's not conducive to what he what he's doing there. I guess isn't conducive to what he's trying to achieve and where he's trying to go.
I just don't see that. What part of that move deserved to get right hooked?
You're in the heat of the moment, and
He saved it too.
Well, Eric didn't.
Or Austin Hill saved it. Like he was going to continue his race.
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah, and then
He just got him loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we talk about. We want guys to be able to do that stuff, but you can't have
Listen,
this.
Eric said so. He's like, I had to go. I had to, I had a good enough car. I thought I could get up there and win, and the guys are driving away from us. The 21 had nose damage. He was slowing us down. I had to get by him. He blocked me a couple times. I was like, all right, I don't have much choice.
But I don't think there was something wrong with that. That's what you expect him to do.
Man, that's racing.
Exactly.
Dude,
that's what we want.
yeah.
We're screaming for you guys to get to that.
Yeah. Like if you're going to move somebody, you move them, and that's completely fair. You don't turn him. He didn't back Austin Hill into the wall.
Yeah.
He didn't ruin his race. He just got him up out of the groove. Austin's going to lose 1-2 spots.
Austin would have done the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know how it is, though, TJ. These drivers, they put the helmet on there in the moment, and you're not thinking, oh, what he did there was just racing, and sometimes you just react.
I don't know how drivers are during races.
That move is so far over the line, it's not even
Exactly.
debatable. That is so far against the code, it's not even debatable.
We see it all the time, though.
No, we don't.
Right hooks?
Well, we
We
might.
don't see them all the time.
We might.
They are not an all-the-time thing.
Yeah.
They have not become.
A couple times a year?
That's all the time.
But if it's so bad, wouldn't we not see this at all?
The problem with that is that it hasn't been officiated properly. We have seen right hooks, and I gave you 2 examples that should have been suspensions,
Yeah.
1 race suspensions. They
But
should have
did
been.
it. I mean, Chase got suspended.
Yeah, Chase did. And then they
Did I fucking not give you 2 examples where they did not suspend people?
Yes, he did. He did.
but one of them, we agreed that the penalty that they gave him was actually steeper for him.
Yeah, we made a point. We can make a We made a point that the penalty was steeper, but it should. Could we also in this? It's okay to have both. It's okay to say, well, he got a shit into the deal, even though he didn't get suspended. But can we also agree that right hooks of any kind, of any nature, of any track, any speed, are just bad and should be suspended?
And I don't agree to the any track, any speed thing.
Really?
If you're on a road course and and you're not going as
If you intentionally right hook somebody, that should be all treated the same across the board. That's the way I like things.
Well, I disagree with that one.
All
but
right.
that's
That's why the truck booth acts different than the Xfinity booth and the Cup booth. People go, wow, they made this decision Friday and this one Saturday, and they're not the same, and they made this decision Sunday. Well, it's a different booth, different people.
Mm-hmm.
You're different than me. I would have done it this way. You would have done it that way. But in my opinion, a right hook that is obviously an intentional right hook should all be treated the same.
Now, if NASCAR came out and said that's what we're going to do, then I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
But as it stands now,
Yeah.
Well,
Well, look, I'm curious as anybody else as to what happens, if anything.
yeah.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
We will certainly find out for sure.
And what they've done in the past has been from suspension to nothing. So who knows where this is going to fall?
Right. I mean, he could just get slapped with fine and some points and
Yeah.
then